What's going on, everybody? I hope you lot are well. Today we are taking a first look at Armored Core 6. We are playing on Xbox Series X. Full disclosure, code for the game was provided by the publisher. Please keep in mind this is not paid content and the publisher has no control of my critical opinion of the game. Yeah, we're playing this on the 28th of the 8th, so this came out over the weekend. We're playing this on the Monday, and there you see it, From Software joint. I should like preface this video with, hey, yo, I am a super From Software stan, okay? And then I should also preface this with, I'm not the biggest fan of Sekiro. Bloodborne wasn't as good as everybody said, and Dark Souls 2 is one of the best Dark Souls games. Now, like, everybody's like wary of what I say. Like, oh wait, he's a From Software From Soft fan, but like now the Souls mans hate me because Dark Souls 2 is great. Anyway, sorry, we gotta talk about this game, not other From Software games. Anyway, so hold on, what is this? At the end of the previous session, okay, whatever. So yeah, Armored Core. We haven't had an Armored Core game in like 10, 11 years. I had to do my research, man, because I haven't. So what is this? Armored Core is a mech robot mech robot game, mech robot game. A lot of these like mech kind of games were like massive, like PS1, PS2 era, right? And then like they tapered off at the PS3 era. I can't remember any major ones coming out in the PS4 era. So yeah, I haven't played, forget Armored Core, I haven't played, I don't know if I might have played like one of the early Armored Core games. But yeah, I haven't played a mech robot game since PS2. So I was doing a lot of research over the weekend, just to refreshen my memory upon everything. Yeah, so obviously I talked about From Software at the beginning of this stream, but yeah, like for the last 10 years have just been making Souls games or action games or Souls light or like games, because some people can argue that Sekiro was not a Souls games, but you know what I mean, that type. And if you look before that, I think there's been like, I know this is a numbered entry 6, but what they traditionally did with all the Armored Core games, they did like Armored Core 1, which is a PS1 game, and then they did 2 sub games, which was all 3 of them were PS4 games, but they didn't label as Armored Core 2 and 3, right? So then Armored Core 2 came out on PS2, and then there was like 2 or 3 sub games, and then Armored Core 3 came out and more sub games. So they kept that up until like PS3. To be fair, I didn't realize that was because everybody went so hard on, oh my god, Souls games, PS3, right? That's when they like first hit their major breakthrough, big time, right? I mean, it wasn't their breakthrough big time, but that's when they was put on the map. So even though they released a few Armored Core games on PS3, like nobody paid attention. And then for the next 10 years, we know what the From has been doing for the last 10 years. So yeah, we haven't had an Armored Core game for the longest time. So this is their first entry in that genre in like 10, 11 years. So let's go for it. Let's check it out. Yeah, not really much. Oh, so that's what I was saying. Sorry, I'm gonna make sure this intro doesn't go on forever. So if you're a Souls fan and you're a From Software fan, and most Souls I mean, obviously if you're a Souls fan, but most From fans are probably new From fans. Let's be real, right? So don't take this as anything that they've released in the last 10 years. This ain't a Souls game. This ain't a Sekiro. This ain't a character. Well, you could say robot action game, but it doesn't play anything like that. The only thing it carries over from any of those games is like kind of like a bit of the way it tells story and like the stamina meter. Yeah, the Sekiro stamina kind of meter. That's about it. So yeah, if you only come to From Software games because of Soul stuff, just know this ain't it. And the reason I have to preface that is kind of weird though, because I've been, again, because I'm a massive From Software fan, I've been literally keeping an eye on everything about this game. I'm not one of those, oh, I don't watch trailers and all that, it was spoilery. Actually for Dark Souls I am, but like for this I wasn't. So the reason I have to preface all this is because the advertisement's been kind of weird here, because then there was previews events goings on if I can get my English out, and the developers went out their way to say no, this ain't a Souls game, please. Like I feel kind of bad for From Software, because excuse me, the From Software game, the Souls games have been so massive. Congratulations to them, but they're like pigeonholed now, right? Everybody just wants them to continue make those kind of games. Like it became a genre in itself. Every other developer started like, you know, the term Souls like was coined, and everybody's trying to make those games. So everybody just wants them to make Souls games. And every time, like Sekiro, remember when they made Sekiro? People like Sekiro, but at the end of the day, people are like, oh, this is a Souls game. So you know, whenever they make a new game now, they always get those questions. So they was like in those interviews going, this ain't a Souls game, guys. Please, let's make something else, you know. Yeah, Chai's kind of a victim of their own success. But then the way they advertised this was still, you know, from the makers of Dark Souls, like all the adverts I've seen, and maybe this is a bit of criticism on the publisher, and this ain't their fault. So it's like, make up your mind. I like either the developers are gonna go, no, this ain't a Souls game. We don't want to, like, you know, get anybody to get confused. We don't want Dark Souls fans to pick this up and be like, oh, what's this? But you know, then they keep going, oh, by the makers of Dark Souls, which is great. Obviously, they should rely, like, they can rely on that, right? Yo, we made Dark Souls. But at the same time, if you're not trying to, I mean, it's not gonna be hard to confuse people. At the same time, if you watch any footage of this, you shouldn't be confused. But then, you know, if you want to totally get away from Dark Souls, then don't put that in your, you know, your trailers and stuff, you know. So anyway, sorry, long, like, little time. And then, like, content creators, and a lot of them are to blame for that as well, because they try to do so many links of, oh, you know, Dark Souls, and this kind of borrows from that, and it kind of doesn't. This is a total separate game. So yeah, let's play it for a couple of hours. We'll do a short video up on YouTube, long video up on Twitch, and then, you know, we'll give some thoughts, you know. We'll talk about all the other Armored Core games and everything. Like, I was doing my research over the weekend. Like, we have a long discussion, you know, while we're playing this. Is there anything else to talk about? I'm trying to think. There's so much to cover about this game. No. All right. You know what? Let's go. So obviously, so from the menu stuff and all that is looks blatantly like a From Software joint, like lack of options. So if we just go into system here, is almost like this is the Elden Ring options here. Like, just literally nothing here, which is a bit of a shame. That's like, you know, I'm a From Software stan, but there's one thing I can criticize them. You need more options from. So if we go here, game settings, you got manage your target assist. We'll talk about that because that's the big change with this. Core expansion control. Choose a method to activate core expansion. Type A, assault plus shift. Type B, assault plus target assist. No idea. Automatic purge weapon. Automatically purges weapons when that weapon ammunition is fully depleted. That's just reload, basically. Display subtitles, I turn that on. Camera, literally nothing. I should say this at the beginning of the stream. Still got my stick drift. So, you know, if the camera goes wonky and I play bad, that's my controller's fault. But like, they haven't got any dead zone settings here, but really and truly for this game, it really doesn't matter much, because you're, like, you know, you'll see, because you do so much verticality, and this is so the big option here is like graphic settings and performance. I don't know if I should turn on ray tracing. So the thing with ray tracing is not ray tracing in game, is ray tracing only like in your loading dock section. But I don't know if that's gonna perfect. Actually, you know what? Should I turn this on? Performance settings will be locked on to prioritize quality in order to enable. Oh no, actually we don't want to do that. No. Huh? Maybe they should have another option here, because if this option is only for the loading screen, the loading dock, then like, why do that? Just have it two separate toggles. It's like, no, we can prioritize frame rate, but 30 FPS ray tracing in the dock screen, yeah, which you're going to spend a lot of time in to customize your mech. So okay, no, prioritize. So you got prioritize quality. Let's go prioritize frame rate and ray tracing off, because it says there, look, enable display ray tracing. This setting only applies to the garage. Sorry, I should say garage. Prioritize frame rate. All right. Then you got your sound settings, classic From Software game, how to turn the voice volume all the way up. Then you got your controls, and then you got your network setting, matchmaking, region global, voice chat disabled, display player name or pilot name, launch settings if you want to play online, offline, you know. So it literally, like, this is just full on just From Software settings, you know. So yeah, there you have it. All right, so I played a little bit over the weekend just to do some audio tests. So if we go in here, and I'll just load the first mission up again, so just so we can see how it is, because it's a little bit important. There's a cutscene and everything. But when you, is this loud? Is this audio too loud? My Twitch chat is gonna have to tell me. But when you boot this up, you ain't gonna come to this screen. You're gonna come to like uh, you just go into the first mission. So let's just go here, check incoming jobs and sort on missions from the mission menu. Complete missions to progress the story. Okay, spoilers. Sorry, replay mission. Oh, okay, sorry. If I just go replay mission, and then let's just go to that first mission. So you can replay. So again, this ain't like an open world Souls-like game. Is each level is level based, right? And then you can redo levels to get like better credit and like better score and stuff. So yeah, let's just go in here, and then I'll explain all this stuff later. So you know, so this is how the game would load when you first boot it up. And then we'll get to chat's questions.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device. Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Time to get to work, 621. I'm powering down your entry capsule. On my signal. Now, activate the AC.
All right, watch your ears, chat. It gets a little bit louder. Ears. So I've seen some stuff about the way they tell story in this is similar to Souls, you know, but not fully, because there is like full-on voice dialogue. I mean, you'll see it's not like fully Souls. There's a little bit more than that, you know. But this bit reminds me of Dark Souls 1 when you're just lying in the pit though, or the dungeon. Sorry.
Is grid 135. Off target, but within permissible range. There's a catapult ahead. Use it to close the gap.
That's funny. My Twitch chat goes, you think they let you save builds in this? Do you know what the irony is? Yes.
Main system activating combat mode.
Yes. That's the actual joke thing. Yep. So okay, this is the tutorial mission here. So your left stick move camera. Sorry, left stick move, right stick move camera. You got your A. Or actually, let's just follow the tutorial. So if you move and you press B, then you're always on, like, you know, rollerblades. That's just the best way to put it, right? You're always on rollerblades. Like, this is the big change they've done graphically. Like, the reason I say that is all these like jet booster packs now that you can see compared to the last game was PS3. So I initially, when I saw this, I was like, wow, man, this looks slick. But then I did my research and I literally watched gameplay of every single Armored Core game over the weekend. And honestly, the PS3 games look pretty good still. So like if you squint your eyes hard enough, you're like, oh, actually, like if you play the PS3 game last, maybe there's not as much improvement graphically as you would think. Like skyboxes is the thing that is big in this game. So yeah, anyway, sorry, we'll talk about more later. So then you got a jump, and then if you hold down jump, you can hover and then see your stamina gauge in the, or your booster gauge, whatever, in the middle. When that runs out, you fall back down. But yeah, these like the way these jet booster pack stuff look is like really nice. Let's go here. Okay, some actions consume energy and are disabled when energy is depleted. Energy replenishes repeatedly when grounded. So as soon as you hit the ground, it just it replenishes. I'm gonna play this slowly on purpose so we can go through the tutorial, and then what I'll do afterwards is I'll just load one of the we'll cut back for the YouTube video for one of the later videos so you don't have to see the first couple of areas. The reticle automatically targets on the screen enemies when there are multiple enemies. The enemies closest to you center of the screen will be prioritized. Move the camera to change the prioritized target. So this is also one of the big changes for this game. For us, so for the hold on. So it does like an auto like lock on kind of thing. You can turn this off if you want, because the previous Armored Core games like didn't have that, and like some of the hardcore community are going on, it's a little bit too easy because that also lock on. So but or target assist, see it here, but you could totally turn it off if you want. Target assist keeps your AC oriented toward the target. When enabled, your AC will automatically lock its orientation towards the enemy as you approach them. You can still use the camera to change the target while in target assist mode, and then you could turn it on or off. Honestly, I get target assist, use right shoulder weapon, use left hand weapon. So your right trigger is your gun here, and then if you hold your shoulder buttons, you have these like rockets you can shoot, and they're like homing. So and then your left shoulder button is like this sword, and then that has a cooldown on it where you can see, look at my reticle in the middle, and then yeah, that's like your main attacks. And if you look in the bottom right hand side, so you can see my ammo in the bottom, and then I got 500 bullets left. You could do manual reload if you want. And then also you got like a dodge button. So if you go here, see, it's like a quick dodge, but it takes up like your stamina gauge. See, like that. Like this one, you're like here, like basically when you're always running, that's what we call it. This is just telling you about missile. This missile launcher equipped to the right shoulder of the AC is capable of multi-lock, which allows you to attack multiple enemies simultaneously by holding down the input for the weapon. So you just basically hold it down, and then you just move your vertical on multiple targets, and it goes blunk blunk blunk, and then it targets multiple. So yeah, we was talking about the lock-on stuff. Honestly, I like, unless you're keep it on, seriously, it makes the game way more action orientated and faster, so I really like it. It kind of reminds me a bit more of Zone of the Enders. That was another, like, you know, PS2 mech kind of game. But if you look at all the design philosophy, and if you look, like, hear the conversation around the hardcore Armored Core fans, like, they changed the design philosophy around this game around like 3, right, where it started playing way more actiony, and then the next few games after that went like a bit more slow, and then now that they're introducing this auto lock-on kind of thing, it brings it back to more actiony. But like, I think these games just play way better than just being, oh, you're a big clunky mech and you should move slow, da da da. So, you know, having that auto lock-on kind of makes it play like you know, the best way I would describe this game, again, I should just go through the tutorial first and then talk about it, but like, sometimes it feels like an on rails like shmup, shoot 'em up, and that's probably an insult to this game, but like, I love on rails shoot 'em ups, but like the auto lock on thing kind of gives it that kind of vibe where, you know, you don't have like just worry about your movement and stuff, where you don't really have to worry about the precise aiming and stuff, you know. But like again, this ain't an FPS game where, you know, you got always aim down sights and make sure you're hitting headshots and all that. So like, that's why I don't mind about that stuff. You have repair kits as well. Use a repair kit to repair your AC and recover armor points. Repair kits can be used up to 3 times per mission, but cannot be used in rapid succession. You got to press up on the D-pad for that.
Your AC is taking damage. Patch it up.
No.
See the contaminated city down there? That's where you're landing. Access the catapult.
So if we just quickly go here, let me just show you something. So the big, again, one thing this game does like it feels a lot more vertical. But like, you know how I was talking about the PS3 Armored Core games, because like graphically this looks great, right? But if you go back and watch footage of the PS3 Armored Core games, actually it's not like a next level jump. What does make this look fantastic is like the skyboxes, and you could say like they're ground boxes on this as well, because obviously you can't go down there, you know, and you can't go all the way up there. Like if I show you here, if I oh, there's a turbo boost you can do as well. If you press your left stick in, you're gonna hit, like if I go see here, you hit like the edge of the map, you know, so you can't go any further. So again, that's basically all a skybox, but it does help. Uh-oh.
AP at 50%.
Rip. But again, it does help build that illusion of, oh, you're going through this open world stuff, right? So that's, to me, that's like the big thing they've changed graphically, the skyboxes and the ground boxes, to make it feel much more of an immersive world. You gotta be careful when you do that, because so the way you do that is you press your left stick in, then you do boost, and if you tap left or right, you can dodge, but then it fully depletes your stamina, and then you fall to the ground. As soon as you fall to the ground, it fully it fully recharges, and you can press back on the left stick to instantly stop. I think that's everything control wise. Again, the reason I'm like, there isn't a demo out for this, and the demo would have been good to see if not, because, you know, like a nerdy mech game doesn't sound appealing, especially probably to the Souls fans, right? But so like I'm trying to like get across what this plays like, so everybody can know if it's their type of game, because the nerdy mech stuff is just like the backdrop, if I'm being honest. Like from what I've From what I've played of it, it feels fun to play, which is the most important thing, you know. Doesn't feel clunky and technical, and
we'll make a killing. Plenty for a merc with a fried brain like you to buy their life back.
so I've labeled my stream Rubicon Mangoes. Chat is going still or sparkling. Sparkling all day, chat. What are you talking about? That's all I've been thinking of because of the name of this game. Fires of Rubicon is Rubicon Mango.
Find a valid mercenary license.
Again, look how good the skyboxes look. All right, so it's gonna quick boost lets you instantly accelerate in any direction, helping you to evade attacks or swiftly close in enemies. So that's what I was telling you about. Oh, sorry. This is the dodge. You like here? It's just like your quick dodge.
Guerrillas from Liberation Front. If we get in the way of our work, eliminate them.
And the reason you have that is like you ain't got a style points thing, but like the way you S rank is like the quicker you can do it, the less health packs you use, and taking like less damage. Use assault boost to move rapidly in any direction the camera is facing. Rapidly approach target. So this is the boost I was telling you about.
Signals from AC Rex.
So let's go here.
Follow the markers.
Did you hear anything?
We're being attacked!
Unidentified AC! Return fire!
So yeah, I think the auto lock on stuff like really helps to just smoothen out the gameplay a bit.
That's the
Good thing I have a blade. All right, hold on. I'm just gonna try get through this first mission as quick as possible, because this is gonna be the little tutorial area, so just
Extract the
everybody
pilot
knows what's
data.
going on.
I'll analyze it from my end.
My chat is just speaking about Rubicon Mango now. No, I like Steel too. It depends, but like, all right, that's
This one's
telling us.
already expired. Keep looking.
So yeah, the story behind this and the story behind all the Armored War games is like you're basically a mercenary, and you do missions to get money to, like, you know, build up your mech and get money. Kind of still the same. Like, you're still a mercenary here. So, like, in the beginning, as you landed on this planet, you know, because you're just a pilot, right? Like, armored cores are the thing that mercenaries have in this universe, right?
What?
Mystery! We've got something good! Get out of there! You can handle them!
It's the PCA's planetside force. Keep a low profile. We don't want them breathing down our necks.
So initially when I did this, I was like kind of scared to see that you're hiding, but I just tried to shoot at them, so it makes no difference.
Analyzing.
So yeah, this is like the core of the game, and then one of the big other cores you'll see is when we finish this mission is about like getting money, building a better mech suit, changing your parts, you know, and turning it into a real mecha nerd game, right? And then, you know, like rinse, repeat, right? There is the online component, I think. Alright, am I being targeted?
Doppung and Schneider are on the move. Grid won't be safe. Core base B. Wait, is that an independent? Destroy it!
You're outnumbered 6-1. Use your missiles.
Right shoulder ammunition at 30%.
Hold on, concentration is real. So one other thing you could do, so like I said, like X was dodge, right? There is a manual, I can remember. Oh, I forgot the key for it. There's a manual reload button. Oh, there is. You hold Y and then you shoot,
This license.
and then you could manually reload.
It's still
Hey.
valid, but the pilot's rank is no good. We can't use this. I've picked up one more wreck, 621. Transmitting marker. Go and check it out.
When you do your blade, you got 3 options. You could do like 1 shot there. You could do 2 shots in rapid succession, like 1 and 2, or you can do a charged blade shot. Like if you go like here, that's a charge shot. When standing on a vertical catapult from a jump to quickly reach higher
You can use
places.
that vertical catapult to get some altitude.
Oh, also,
2
I'm
repair kits
almost dead.
remaining.
Wow, I
1
didn't even notice that.
repair kit remaining.
This is to get to other parts. So you don't have to
That's it.
use
Try
your
accessing
stamina.
the rack. Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all. I'm in no mood to pick a fight with the PCA.
All right, boss fight.
But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you.
Right shoulder ammunition at 10%.
Use your mobility in the air to get clear of explosions on the ground.
Oh no. Wow, I was talking so much. I've actually run out of rockets.
Right shoulder AP at 50%.
So this fight is going to be pretty difficult now.
30%.
So yeah, one of the things when you come to boss fights in this, people saying boss fights are still a little bit difficult. But then what happens in like boss fights, right, is still you got to try figure out what's the weakness of the boss. Restart from checkpoint, yes. You know, there's no like souls dropped or anything like that. You got to try to figure out what the weakness of the boss is, and then you could go back into your garage to try like make a different build. Maybe your build is too tanky. You build a build with like that is more nimble, so it's lighter. You know, it's like you have faster jet rockets or something, more ammunition. You could change your weapons, and that's the second part of this game, right? So this is the main core, and then it's just like, oh, how do you want to build your armored core, right? So all right, now I'm concentrating.
But it doesn't matter. Take it out now and they won't have enough to ID you.
So you wanna so if you look at the yellow gauge at the top, this is what a thing that it borrows a lot from Sekiro, which I don't know if I like, because that was one of the things I didn't like about it. Like, is like your stun bar, so you gotta keep that in the yellow to stun them. That's when you can get the most damage in. So what it does mean is like you have to be constant. I guess it is and then I have one as well, and if they break mine then I get stunned, right? But it just means you have to be constantly engaged on the fight. You can't like let go. So that's what the yellow bar is. And underneath,
At 30%.
underneath it's his health bar. So what you should be doing is flying and dodging, because like their missiles have like a area of effect on the explosion, so that's what you gotta watch out for.
AP at 30%.
Oh, I was so close to it, but then feel like a Souls game, yeah. All right, now I've got the explanations out of the way. I'm just quickly, the way to do this boss is like you gotta go in hard fast. Just like be quick and go straight out attack.
That's it. Try accessing the rack. Registration number RB23. Rank fits the bill. Call sign. What? Looks like they were onto you after all.
Uh-huh. So you want to get in with the blade shots as much as you can. But then you got to like booster manage as well. So the reason I couldn't get up there was because I ran out of boosters.
2 repair kits remaining.
Uh-oh.
You've got them now. Make it count. 621.
Where is it? So what you're doing a lot here, if I tell you like to play this oh wow, can't believe that. So you to play this optimally, what you should be doing is you're kind of claw gripping your like your triggers here. Like you're just constantly like doing a lot, like tapping both of your right side buttons and then you know, your left side to do the blade and then moving all the time. So yeah, it feels like you're multitasking like free weapons while moving a lot and dodging a lot. So that's what keeps this game like you got to be very active. It doesn't feel very like, oh, you know, there is like the dodge does give you iframes, but like it's not like precise movement in that regard, right? It's more you got to be pressing a lot of buttons at once. Does that make kind of sense? For how this plays. Rather than where in like a Souls game it's, oh, your precise block dodge, every move's got to be very precise. Here it's just like claw grip your controller and always be doing stuff.
2 repair kits remaining.
You've got them now. Make it count. 621.
And also this is probably like a very bad position to be in, because if he fires his rockets, then I haven't got an opportunity to dodge. I'm just going to take the hit head on. Like here. Oh, that. Oh. So you got to be careful of that. Got him. So yeah, you can't play like, especially for this boss anyway. This game isn't like
Heavy combat helicopter is
oh, I'm gonna play so I'm gonna have my shield up kind of thing, right? I gotta keep comparing it to Souls games, and I'm sorry that I have to, but like it's way more like intense and action oriented, if that makes sense. You always gotta be on.
your new name here on Rubicon.
What was it? I talked all over it. I got a new name on Rubicon, so I just stole somebody's ID, and then like this is your introductory mission basically. Mission complete, and then, you know, D rank. That's because lost a couple times, but I was trying to explain the game to everybody. That's my excuse. Yeah, and then as soon as you complete that mission, it brings you right here, and then from here, if I could just quickly show all this off, and then we'll load into a later mission for the YouTube video because intro has gone on forever. So here, yeah, this is the big second part of this game is you build. If I show you enter photo mode, you know, you build out your mech, your AC, like, and then you go into the next mission, and you can also build it out like when you lose a boss fight. It gives you an opportunity to change your build there as well. All right, so we got assembly, and then you know, you have, see your sorry about the drift as well, I was constantly going like this. This is your right hand weapon. And then underneath you got things like you gotta manage your like weight and load. Because you know there's a max there. It's still kind of difficult to read what's going on, if I'm being honest, because again I've just started playing. But like you got like that's what you always gotta be kind of managing, like, oh, how much damage are you doing, like impact, then versus like your weight and your load. So here is like left hand weapon, and then you got your missile launcher. Let's go to I haven't got anything for the back unit yet here. Like here is the head, like, you know, so part specs, AP. Is there a toggle display? Hold on. Oh, there is. Okay, it's classic soul style. Maybe it gives you more details there, right? So if you go here, I wonder, is there a help? Oh, there is a help. Context help, context help. Oh, exactly. Okay, perfect. Okay, so it tells you weights of the parts, en load of the part. So again, if I just quickly go for everything, I got like a different chest plate here, like different arms, like I got different legs there. It would change my build, different boosters. I'm sure there'll be stuff that gives me more boost power. What's this? FCS, first generation FCS, developed by Furlong Dynamics. What we got here? Generator. So yeah, this is where it gets into real mech nerd stuff, right? And then like if we go paint, you can like customize. Like I was just messing with it a little bit. So we could do like entire frame. What color do we want the entire frame to be? All right. All right, sure. Yes, that's what we want. That. Yes, I like that. Like you can go really nuts here. Like weathering, like what kind of weathering you want on it. You got if you go back here, you can individually do parts. Head, core, arms, left, right, weapon, save and exit there. Then you got like decals. So, you know, think of if you play in any of those Call of Duty games, and you can like, you know, make decals. So you can stick on decals. Then you got custom decals, and you got your layer stuff here. This has an online component to it. So I think you can like load decals and upload decals. Like what I'm saying, it gets real. Like there's an image editor here with layers. Oh my god! Like, and then AC data is manage AC assembly parts, appearance settings, and other AC data. If we go here, so here's where it's like user. Then you got your download, you got your presets. So here chat was saying about presets. So actually, hold on. Manage AC assemblies, appearance settings, and other AC data. So yeah, here, so AC data. So this would basically mean you can save builds, right? Because the way that's reading, that doesn't say just appearance. AC assemblies must be builds. But yeah, they do make, From Software do make games where they let you to save builds. So yeah, that's in AC design. So you can go as nuts as you want there, and there's like a upload download section. I can't. It's here somewhere. It's buried somewhere. And then if you go here, you can replay your missions, which we did just there. You got like an AC test thing where you could just test out your builds. There's like a training mission just to show all your basics again, and then you go mission basically. There's a hold on. Am I assembly paint? I think I'm forgetting something. I'm assuming there's gonna be somewhere where like you buy. Actually, I don't know yet. Again, that was just the first mission, so that's all I got to, and then I was like, we'll show this off on stream. I'm assuming like some of the unlocks come from your scores and what you do in the missions, and you get parts from the missions. I wonder if there's gonna be a shop here that you can buy stuff, because obviously you got credits, right? So obviously there's probably gonna be a shop here. I thought it was unlocked already, but maybe I'm mistaken. Yeah, but at some point, there's gonna be like stuff you spend your credits on, right? Obviously, and that's why you would go replay missions to get a better score and then get better credit and stuff. So yeah, that's basically the core of the game. What I'll do now for the YouTube video is we'll jump later on to show you probably different. Oh, because also you get different mechs. Like this is just your base, right? You're gonna get like vehicle based mechs, and then you can customize those, blah blah blah. This is just the first one we have, so we'll try to come back a little bit later where we can show off some different levels, maybe some different mechs and stuff, and see what we unlock, because I don't want this first look to go on forever. For the YouTube video, we'll play like for 4 hours. So if you want to watch that full video, it'll be up on Twitch, and the links will be in the description, so we can play a little bit more of this and give some opinions. So we'll be right back.
Commence mission. First,
I look horrible. I'm just gonna put this out there. Wait, am I going the right way?
An unidentified AC. Must be one of the corporation's dogs. Activate the eye. Burn them away. Yes, sir. Coral, abide with Rubicon. Abide with Rubicon.
Oh my days, what the hell was that?
I'm picking up a surge of energy to the eye. Watch out. It'll burn you to ash.
Yeah, well now you saw me. I'm in 2 minds now. I gotta like literally blow up every robot here, but at the same time, that big blue laser is kinda scary.
At 30%.
How did that hit me? That's lies.
No repair kits remaining.
Oh, all right, that was a little bit.
All right, now you're up close and personal. Take out one of its legs and bring it to a halt.
They evaded the eye laser.
All hands, prepare for close range combat. Intercept.
Jeez. I mean, I wish I could get up there. I just haven't got enough.
You need to take confirmed. Strider leg compromised. It's going down. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
That's cool. Oh, okay. I don't want to. Getting vibes of that R type mission where you destroy that big shit.
And get to work on the sub-generators.
by just destroying little bits. This is like that, but in 50 years later, and really imagined with the graphics. So cool. Man, I wish all the missions were like this. Some of those missions feel like very throwaway.
That AC pilot's no rookie. We can't take any chances. Double the rear.
Uh-oh.
Head to the midship 621. Don't let them go.
We can't shake the enemy AC! Remember, we fight for the coral. Defend the sub-generators.
You missed me.
Sub-generator destroyed. 3 to go.
Sir, we've lost another sub-generator!
2 to go.
Remember the hardships that made us. Remember that when Rubicon burned, we endured.
Oh no, they clip it.
We're losing the shield, sir.
Just 1 left.
Oh, I'm gonna fail again.
The flagship of our war. Hold the line. Defend the ship with your line.
AP at 50%.
Jeez, it's like harder trying to stay on the ship than.
2 repair kits remaining.
I wonder where it is. Is it below or?
621. There's another sub-generator on the underside.
Oh,
Slip into
that
the ship and destroy it.
answers that question. Where?
All sub-generators destroyed. The ice shield is offline. Head to the front segment and hit the target.
On me way. I was anyway before, you know. Run out of boosters. I'm coming for you.
Now you've got the target in your sights. Time to finish this, 621.
Yeah, time not to get finished, you mean?
Charge the cannon.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Moral plunderers. The eye is taking significant damage. We're not through yet. Show them our pride. Sir, the eye's in a critical state. Impossible. How did this 1AC do this?
1 repair kit remaining.
No!
Right shoulder ammunition amp.
Sir, no response to the eye. No.
Alright, that's a cool boss fight.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. And it looks like all that energy it was sucking up has nowhere to go. Move 621. You need to get clear of the Strider.
Damn hyenas. Damaging the planet. Oh, combined with Rubicon.
See that, 621?
Rip
The Strider's blowing
the
itself
roo.
up. A fitting end for something built to fail.
Man, that was really cool. More missions like that, please. This don't look suspect at all.
Destroy the device in the center.
Wait, why would you give me supplies if it was just destroy the device? Huh?
Good job, 621. We're done here. Head back to base.
Wait, if it legit... Okay, no. Lights went off?
Wait, no. 621, get out of there.
Uh-oh. 2 boss fights, one after another. Alright. I see a light.
An old Another type of augmented human. 4th generation. Have we made contact?
I told you there was gonna be a girl involved in this secret mission. Always is.
I am Air, a Rubiconian. Please, you must wake up. Before your consciousness is forever scattered in the
Oh,
cold
the
flow.
story just got hella interesting now. Wait, what? There's some I told you so is going on right now, though.
Augmented human C4621. Vital signs confirmed. Disabling autopilot. Establishing comms link with handler.
Raven. I've identified an approaching enemy. I'll synchronize with your brainwaves and maintain contact to support you. Main system reactivating combat mode.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus.
Remember when I said on rails? It feels like an on rails shoot 'em up. This is basically a shoot 'em up now.
AP at 50%.
Pulse armor down. Now's your chance, Raven. I've taken your comms link offline for now. That massive dose of coral nearly killed you. Please, you have to focus on winning this.
2 repair AP at
Uh-oh.
30%.
I'm sorry, Raven.
Also, we went classic From Software games. The music got so loud I can't hear myself think. All right, hold on. Let's do that again. Wow. Okay.
Raven.
And it's a good-looking boss, though. I'm kind of sounding kind of happy now. I wonder I'll be in 20 minutes. This boss feels a little bit cheap. If anything, I don't want to auto lock on. I want a tracking on this one.
AP at 30%.
Oh, I think I just figured out a new pattern to try. Okay. You know, hold on. That 2 don't count. 2 more after this one. I think I just figured out a new parent on him. I think you literally do have to boost and stick on him.
System reactivating combat mode. I've looked into the enemy craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus. You'll have to break its pulse armor to inflict meaningful damage. Picking up a massive heat signature. Evasive action, Raven. Pulse armor down. Now's your chance, Raven. I've taken your comms link offline for now. That massive dose of coral nearly killed you. Please, you have to focus on winning this.
AP at 50%.
Uh-oh, that's gonna hurt. I can't dodge. Oh, I dodged prosumer.
The enemy has taken heavy damage. Keep it up, Raven.
Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt.
The waves are intensifying. Raven, get clear.
Oh no!
It's remaining. AP.
What? He got super mad. He's like, oh no, he figured out my pattern. I'm gonna bring out a flamethrower and totally lose my mind. Okay, okay. Okay, so first wave we got, you have to keep jetting into him and like
Reactivating combat mode.
and keep this up.
To the enemy craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus. You'll have to break its pulse armor to inflict meaningful damage.
Where is he?
Picking up a massive heat signature. Evasive action, Raven.
AP.
Oh, I took the brunt of that and the second. All right, we got to restart. I messed up, chat.
Main system, reactivating combat mode. I've looked into the enemy craft. It's an autonomous PCA craft, Balteus. You'll have to break its pulse armor to inflict meaningful damage. Pulse armor down. Now's your chance, Raven. I've taken the comms link offline for now. That massive dose of coral nearly killed you. Please, you have to focus on winning this.
2 repair kits remaining.
The waves are intensifying. Raven, get clear.
Oh, get out! Run! Oh no, she lied. Oh no, she didn't. She
At
didn't.
30%. 1 repair kit remaining.
The enemy can't take much more.
AP at 30%.
Where are you? Where are you? Like he's about to explode.
AP at 30%.
Got him! Pro streamer. Didn't I say pro streamer guaranteed 2 times? We actually did it as well. Woo! I'm not gonna lie, classic Dark Souls style. I felt a little bit deflated. I was like, we gotta finish this first
It's
look.
silent.
I don't think I figured out the pattern. And I totally did. Like and subscribe, follow, share.
Raven. You need rest.
No, I don't. I'm like super, like another hour.
But first a warning.
Oh, it's got a bit grim.
The coral surge you were swept up in? That was just a glimpse. A premonition of the storm of flame that will burn Rubicon.
Hot Rubicon manga. Ooh, that sounds nasty. New mercenary data added to the arena. New parts now available to purchase. All right, let's have a quick look at these parts available to purchase, and then we'll call it. Okay, some burst shotgun. Ooh, I like this. Hello. It's gonna make me over encumbered though. The grenade launcher. Rocket launcher, grenade launcher. Multiple grenade bomb launcher. Wait, is this new? Okay, that's a triple laser. Man, it seems like you're gonna get some builds now. That's like the Commando rocket launcher. That's a boomer reference. And this is just... Oh, we got another new sword. So they didn't give us swords on our right hand weapon, so we can't go like double sword build, which like my chat wanted me to. I'm trying to, ladies and gentlemen. The game didn't let me. You'll be too OP. Oh, we got loads of new stuff here. Ooh, that looks cool. That looks cool. That looks cool. Wow, it gives some... Now you give us all the weapons video game after the boss fight? Oh, that looks cool as well. That's just the same one on that side. Seen that. Okay. And then just a bunch of new parts that I'm not gonna even get into right now. Oh, hello, new booster. Oh, a new chip as well. Oh man, yeah. So this might be the perfect time to give some final thoughts on this, right? So like I don't know where we cut off for the YouTube video, and like obviously it's gonna be longer video up on Twitch. So if we just, this is the bits that we didn't get to show off on that video. So it's just like, so obviously you do your missions is very mission structure based, right? It's not like other From Software games. It's like very linear in that regard, right? Where fight virtual battles against copies of ACs created using Amman's mercenary fault data from arena menu. With the arena battle to obtain OST chips, obtain OST data. Opponent enables you can use OST chips to perform OST upgrades. That's a lot of OST words. Oh, mate. So maybe this isn't the multiplayer section. This is like little challenge, like arena challenges. All right. Sorry. So what was we're going that in a second. And then AC data is like where you can save different builds. Make sure, like we learned this the hard way though, make sure you do it beforehand, because you can't create builds from a checkpoint. You have to do that beforehand. And then it's got this preset section, and it has got this download section. We haven't really enter a share ID, so it that's the thing I was seeing. So it has got a downloads build, but it hasn't got a built-in search in the game to download builds. I think that's how it is. So people have to share their builds, and then you have to get those numbers. So maybe they could have, I think that's how it works. So that could have been a little bit better. Like, you know, there could have been an in-game search for builds, but yeah, like, so people can create their builds, and then there's like a share number for it. But I do like you can create multiple builds. And so we spent like an hour or two after like big missions, like just going through the AC build section and doing different builds, right? So that is a core part of this, because the first couple of missions, even the missions are very short, so you get through them pretty quick. It's just about like going back to them and doing like different builds and how you want to do it. And like it's only when you get to the bosses does it get really challenging, like that last one that we saw, which I'll probably leave in for the YouTube video as well, just so you can understand what's going on. But it really is again about finding that pattern, right? To in that sense is kind of very Dark Souls boss similar. But yeah, once again, it plays nothing like a Souls game at all. Do you know what I would like? Because when I was planning to do this first though, because there isn't a demo on the store, I was like, how am I going to do this video? I'll probably do it in a way so people can understand what's going on, because the game moves so fast, and when you watch videos, you don't really understand what's going on. So the beginning of that video, that's how I explained. And like after playing this for about 5-6 hours, like on the front of it you might think, okay, I like Souls games, why should I check out this other thing that From Software is doing, because it's not that. And then it just looks like a nerdy mech game. Like this stuff is a little bit, yeah, but it doesn't play like a mech game. Like don't think Mech Warrior and that kind of stuff is very fast paced and action oriented. And what I figured out in that last boss fight is, in the beginning of the video I turned off assist mode, aim assist, and I've been playing for 5 hours without aim assist. So you know, hard mode. Do you know how I would describe this? I would describe this as Ace Combat, but with mechs. That's like the best way I can put this. It's like, you know what Ace Combat does for that, you know, the jet fighter genre and that kind of stuff? It seems like this is that, but for mechs. Like, so I can't say if you like Souls games, you're like this. Obviously, it doesn't, like, that comparison wouldn't make sense, right? Like, if you like Ace Combat, like, this might be like right up your alley kind of thing. So there, because of the auto lock on, how fast paced it moves, it does feel like those olden like shoot 'em ups, right? But on rails. It's not technically on rails, but like I'm just trying to describe how this play. And the core thing of this, I should mention though, like regardless if you like the nerdy mech stuff or not, it's fun to play. Like, it is very different to everything else Souls wise that they've done in the last 10 years, but it does feel very fun to play. And I'm feeling the lore and everything they're telling here. Some people are saying, oh, they tell it classic Dark Souls style, but they don't. It's like very upfront here, like world building they do in the like the audio logs and everything. And those big cutscenes you see, it tells you everything that is going on there as well. It's giving me real like post-apocalyptic and future, like Deus Ex vibes in the like kind of world it's trying to build, which is very cool because I really like that game. I mean that world. So I am really engaged. So I'm engaged with the gameplay here, and I'm engaged with the like the story and how it's unraveling now. Graphics wise, like I said at the beginning of this video, I spent the weekend just doing research on all the old AC games because it's been such a while now, right? Like, if you go back and look at the PS3 AC games, you can see the evolution here. Like, obviously that's been a long time, so for me to say it was not that big of a jump would be kind of insulting to the game. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's still got that same like it's not destructible environments here or anything. So it's not like that level of crazy jump. Like the big graphic improvements you can see, like the skyboxes and the scope, and like it makes it seem like the playing field is bigger than it is, right? It's not. It's just because they've designed the backgrounds and the skyboxes, floor boxes, whatever, to look like that. So that's like, it seems like the big change to me here graphically. And the last thing I would say about this is more outros than a Lord of the Rings movie on this final thoughts. The last thing I would say about this is whether like you'll consider picking this up or it's for you or not. One other main thing this game has going for it is we don't get a lot of these type of games, like ever. They haven't done one in 10-11 years. Like Zone of the Enders stuff, the last Zone of the Enders game that came out was like that HD remaster, right? Like who's making fast-paced mech games? Forget fast-paced mech games. Who's making this type of mech game anymore? And it's nice to see From Software do something else, you know, just to flex their design muscle and stuff. Yeah, so like Ace Combat but for mechs. And you know, if you're one of those type of gamers that, oh, I don't like buying the same thing over and over again because it's just the same game over and over again, well, this is a type of game we don't get anymore, so it's at least different, right? Something you like back in the days when I used to play games, when I used to purchase games, that's how I used to do it. Is like, oh, have I got this type of game? If I do, I don't want another shoot or whatever. It's just to like fill out my library of different types of games I'm playing, right? So like, since I've been making content on the internet like 7-8 years now, I haven't covered this style of game since I've been doing this. So that's how long it's been, right? That this type of game has just gone out of vogue, right? So it's nice to see it back. Like what everybody's saying around, like everybody seems because it's been out for a couple of days now, so we're covering this late. So I haven't seen any negative thoughts on this. Everybody genuinely seems to be enjoying this, right? With the caveat though, you got to remember like what type of game it is as well. Again, I'm not saying this will be for everybody and everything, because you know you might hate robots, mechs, and like this aspect of the game. I don't know, but hopefully with this gameplay video, it at least gives you some insight in like, you know, how the game plays and what's going on. And you know, it'd be nice if there was a demo. I don't think there is. Maybe could have been very helpful to know um, if it's for people, but maybe in short bursts it wouldn't really describe the game well enough, right? So it might have put more people off. So watch this video, maybe then you'll come to a better conclusion. And with that, I think we're going to call it with this one. Once again, we're playing on Xbox Series X. Full disclosure, code for the game was provided by the publisher. Shorter video will go up on YouTube. Longer video will go up on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, we stream there a couple times a week. Come check us out. Got a community Discord, Twitter. All that information will be in the description. Drop a comment. Let me know what you thought. Like, have you played the older Armored Core games? Is this going to be your first foray into the Armored Core games and even like, you know, mech games? If you like this video, I would appreciate if you dropped a like, follow and subscribe depending on where you're watching, and don't forget to turn those notification bells on so you do know when new videos drop. Other than that, I think we'll call it with this one. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Peace.